Control Arch Restriction Systems 3, 2, 1. Approval of Situation A recognized, commencing the Cromwell invocation. Ability restrictions lifted for limited use until the enemy has been rendered silent.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Weekday Anime. Today, we are going to talk about the upcoming summer 2022 season. And from looking at it, there's a few things on here that really look like they're going to catch the eye. So to discuss that, I'm bringing on my modern anime master, Mr. Blaine of Blaine's Escape Corner. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing quite well, Brandon. We are here as modern anime correspondent, Blaine's Escape Corner. Excited to talk about the summer 2022 season.
Yes, and looking it over, it looks like it's got looks like it's going to be fairly jam-packed. But before we really dive into it, I want to say hello to a few people who were gracious enough to come in this morning. Hello to Keely Chow, Roll Tide to you, Roll Tide. And Dragon Ruse, great to have you. And Pat S., one of my channel members, who also happens to be the producer extraordinaire. And hello to D-Bud Martin, one of my wrenches and also a fellow member of the channel. Great to have you here this morning. And good morning to you, the lovely Sherry. I am glad that your move went well. That is excellent to hear. And Cobra Khan 007, welcome to you. So yes, with this month being Modern Anime Month, I've been doing a dive specifically more on the current season of anime, and boy oh boy have I been pleasantly surprised at how good it's been. Spy Family, absolutely top notch. Skeleton Knight in Another World, funny as hell and an absolute blast. And I just started Love After World Domination, or is it Life After World Domination?
My number one of the season. I cannot wait. The ending of that gets you giddy. I mean, especially being in like a healthy relationship that makes you feel good watching two people work together.
Yes.
You know, and sort of figure out the beginning of their relationship when no one else really knows what's going on. But yeah, no,
and they can't know what's going on. Yeah, that's the best part about it. You got, as you said on our last conversation, basically the Red Power Ranger and a beautiful Rita Repulsa decide to start dating, but whenever someone else comes around them, they have to start acting like they're in a struggle for everything.
It's so funny.
It is hilarious. That I was able to watch the first episode last night, and I had to stop because I would have woke up my wife from going to bed. She has to get up a lot earlier than I do for work these days. So
yeah.
So yes, it is definitely good. And hello to Rambam 3000. Great to have you here, my friend from the UK. So yes, we are gonna, since the current season is about to end, the new season starts roughly July 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, right around there. So we're gonna go through the list here and pick out some shows that are either worthy of picking up, that are, you know, a continuation, or some of the brand new ones, and make a list and check it twice, and hopefully everything that we look at and pick turns out to be deliciously naughty.
There are some choices I picked last night that I'm like, you know what? I'm probably only going to watch the first episode. In their defense, I thought the same thing about Healer Girl this last season, and that ended up being way better than it has any right to be. So hopefully I just curse them to greatness.
Absolutely. So you want to share screen? You want me to share screen today?
Oh, I can share. Here we go.
All right, let's have you share, and we'll put I'll have you help me put the list together here, and then I'll have to type it.
And you've got your Annie list up.
I do, and here we go. So,
alrighty. So what I've done here is we're just looking at you change gear to 2022. We've got summer, and then I changed the format to just TV show and ONA. I
right,
scrolled through the
me
movies. I scrolled through
that
the
here.
OVAs. There wasn't anything that really was piquing my interest. So I went ahead and just limited it so we can get through it here in a normal anime guy stream time.
All right. So okay, so for everybody, I did put the link in the chat there. So on
Perfect.
here, when you go to the site, you can tell it to restrict it to the year, the season, and then for today's discussion, we're limiting it to TV shows and ONA, which I was just informed means original net animation. See, I'm used to OVA, but not ONA, so I was
Yep.
kind of wondering what the hell that was. But as
Back in
why
like
don't you explain what
2000
ONA is?
Yeah, back in like 2003, 2004, we started getting essentially OVAs, but they were being released on like YouTube in little 2-minute versions and stuff like that. And so it used to be original net animation. They were releasing a small show on the internet. Now, because Netflix is only online, if a show is only on Netflix, it's going to be in the ONA bucket. So we have to mark it if we want to catch anything that'll be in Netflix jail, which hopefully there's no such thing as Netflix jail anymore. They didn't. They released weekly this last season, so that could be
Well,
cool.
that's good. What they need to do is they need to get me some Castlevania in either Blu-ray or 4K. Damn it, assholes!
But you can stream it.
Yeah, no. Well, I let me just put it this way: I don't pay Netflix for their cuties for their cutie habits. So let's just put it that way.
Nor do I.
No.
Anyway, to the list.
Okay, and you
this
have
is
it,
also organized
formatted.
by popularity. So one thing that you'll notice as we go through is that anything that has a previous season, and this is a hard-hitting season for season 2, season 3, seasons 4s. So you're going to see a lot of those sequel seasons up at the top here, and then we'll get into some of the more original stuff as we scroll.
Absolutely. So starting on there, The Devil is a Part-Timer, season 2. I started watching that, but I only got halfway through the first episode. I'll have to go back to it and check it out.
Okay, if you only made it halfway through the first one, may not be yours. This freaking raptured me. Now at the time, I was still working retail when the first one came out, so watching a reverse isekai where the demon comes to our world and then he has to get a job at Whackdonald's instead of McDonald's, and his servant is his house like husband. It's freaking hilarious. And then the hero comes and they all need money, and it's just great. It's just great fun. But it really, when you're a wage slave, when you're like, yeah, I got to go to work in retail specifically, where you're really talking to the public, this really will speak to you because you've got demons and heroes that are capable of leveling cities that are having to deal with Karens trying to return things. So it's a good one.
I'll have to I'll have to go back and check that one out. So that one is on the list. All right. What do we got
Rent
next?
a Girlfriend is fun, but also not for everyone. The premise is a guy wants to look cool for his mates, and so he rents a girlfriend. In Japan, you can do compensated dating, similar to what we would call an escort, but with our escorts here in America and Vegas specifically, it's a very, very sexual thing. Whereas in Japan, things can just literally be what they are. So you can literally pay someone to go on a date with you and make you look cool. And so it's all about him doing that to get back at his ex, but then there's other characters. It's kind of this love triangle romance that turns into a square. It's fun. It's fun. It's got a live action for season 1 that just released. I'm going to watch it because I watched season 1. Wouldn't recommend this one for everybody though. It's kind of classic Japanese love triangle romance. Pretty
risque in certain respects.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, I don't know, it has that connotation. They're like, hey, she's a rental girl. Like, what are you, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, he freaks out about it and stuff. But like, it's not as fun as it could be. It's not as big. Like, it says comedy, drama, romance down here. It's drama, romance. That's really all it is. It's not super funny. Most of the funny is haha, guy felt nervous and had to go masturbate later. Like, that's the joke. And you're like, that's not that funny. It's
Yeah. Oh, that yeah, this one probably isn't up my alley, but I would say for those that are single or love the love triangle-esque type shows, there you go. And then
now
this one,
your alley is right around the corner.
yes, Overlord.
I mean, if you know it, you know it. I'll let you chat about this one because Overlord just was not my thing. I just could not get into it. I made about halfway through season 1, and that's why it's not on my list, as you can see. But this is definitely one for a lot of people.
Yes, it's an isekai type show. Basically, in the year 2126, this deep dive MMORPG is about to go basically about to be shut down. Think of it as WoW, but with how can I fully explain it? Because I've only watched just the first few episodes, but of what I've seen, I've really loved.
Yeah, it's kind of like when they
Basically-
shut down Vanilla WoW and a lot of people stay
Yeah.
on the server. But instead of
Yeah,
it
they
being on the
stayed
server,
on-
it's like super VR.
Yeah. Or as they said, it's deep dive. When I hear the term deep dive, I think Ghost in the Shell. So I'm thinking full
Oh yeah, you're
that type of that type of connection. So when the game is shut down, for this one gentleman who ran the largest, best known guild, he gets stuck in the game. But instead of the game ending, it now runs on its own thing. It becomes its own world. And he is basically the final boss, the epic of epic. He is the Overlord. So we're getting the 4th season of it. And the first 3 each have 13 episodes each. And yeah, this one is definitely more up my alley. And what I saw that I did like. Now, what I will say about it is it's definitely a TV 14 plus. I would probably put it more for a 16, 17-year-old because some of his underlings really have a thing for him, and they're not afraid to say what that thing is.
Yeah. Albedo is many a body pillow right now.
Yes. Exactly. And I want to say hello to War Monkey and Nay. Great to have you here. Kinda, except instead of them fighting for the users, he's basically the overlord of the world.
Yeah, with Tron, they digitize the physical, where like your whole body is basically in the game now. Whereas in a lot of these, where they say deep dive, the I say crazy VR because it's usually like a helmet that just puts their whole consciousness in, like controlling the game at a time.
Yeah.
Slightly different, but same idea. Like at the end of the day, dude in a game. that's the idea, right?
Yep. Dude in the game who's OP. Although I'm not quite sure he's as OP as Skeleton Knight, but
we'll never know. Skeleton
probably
Knight's
pretty
busy
close.
helping Granny cross the road, so
That's true. That is very true. And yes, War Monkey, I for those that don't know, I did have an Achilles tear. It's not completely separated, so I'm trying to boot it up for about 6 weeks and try to avoid surgery. So
that's
thank
the
you. I
wrong
appreciate
tendon to
that.
get hurt.
Yeah, that it is. But long time coming, I guess. So what do we got
It was inevitable.
next? Yeah. So
Oh, goodness.
Classroom of the Elite. Now this one I know nothing about.
This is a the weird kid in the corner. May or may not have been you in school, but the weird kid in the corner who's smarter than everybody else in a class of essentially the rejects of the school, who uses his insane smarts to sort of perform a plan to take over. The entire class, the entire school is designed around they're the future leaders of the world. So already there's all some kinds of messed up. But then the weirdos among that group are all in this class, and then this kid can't make friends, but he's stupidly smart, and so he starts to use his high intelligence to essentially take over the school. But we don't quite get a good feel for like the end goal at the end of this first season. There's a manga and a light novel. So there's people who are, oh, when you get to blah blah blah, but at the same time, I watched season 1. I knew it needed season 2, so I've been waiting for this for a while. this is a weird show. This is a very strange show, and maybe I was edgier back when it first came out, and it spoke to me better. But at the same time, I don't know if this will hook me the way the first season did. But I gave it a shot. I will give it a shot.
Absolutely. Well, if you already saw the first season, you might as well at least see how this one goes.
Exactly.
So it's that one is on your list, and yeah. So Classroom of the Elite season 2, and what have we got here? What's
Made in Abyss? So if you recall, last season we had oh dang it! Now I'm not recalling what it was called. Okay, forever and a day, anime has been called like kids cartoons, right? Because it's a cartoon, it's for kids, right? But we all know that anime attacks mature themes. And so with Made in Abyss, this is actually the second season and the third thing in the line that you should watch. The first season of Made in Abyss is these characters with these big googly eyes and big bobbly heads. So they're very moe, or that hyper cuteness from Japan. So we've got moe blob characters that are thrown into essentially Dante's Inferno. And it is amazing. It's mature. There's just big pit. You go down in the pit. This is all episode 1 stuff, so no worries. You go down in the pit and you're fine. But as soon as you try to come back up the pit, bad things happen. If you're shallow, you can maybe make it out. But if you get deeper and deeper, as you try to come up, you'll literally like bleed out your eyes. It is... you'll go insane. You'll see things. The pit messes people up. It's sort of like a deity and hell at the same time, full of weird creatures. And so you've got season 1, which is very good, fantastic. Gets you down into a couple layers of the pit. Then you have a movie, Dawn of the. Well, give me just 1 second here. The movie you need to watch is Dawn of the Deep Soul. And it's a very well done movie that goes in between the ending of the first season and this one now, the second season. I am so excited. It's so good. It is one of those where you look at it and you're like, man, those character designs are kind of cutesy. But then you watch it and you see like the amount of weird monster stuff. Like the monsters in this look like old school Ghibli, like Mononoke monsters. I freaking love this show.
All right. I want to say hello to the Peter Venkman fan site. Great to have you here today. And Nay was asking, is the manga of the COTE the same as the title of the show? And I believe it is.
Yes.
And let's see here. Legend of the Overfiend is not for kids. No, yes, it is a good warning. So a lot of season 2s, a few, let's see, only 1 4th season so far. What actually before we do that, let's take a quick a la carte break. I think we're gonna do a little shorty. This is called a 70-inch plasma screen TV.
That was a 70-inch plasma screen TV. So, how can I help you?
Definitely don't let your TV have that happen to it.
Definitely. Protect your walls.
And greetings to One Man Show. Great to have you here today also. All right, what do we got next?
The first season of the list. So this is Call of the Night. It is based on a manga. And all of the frames of the manga that I have seen posted around are this girl, who is Vampire Girl, doing stuff in the modern era with this boy. From what I understand, boy goes for a walk because he can't sleep, runs into a vampire girl, antics ensue. It's something psychological. So, anytime you do vampires in anime and you add that psych, there's going to be some fun twists or turns with the, you're with a vampire kind of a thing. A lot of the quick shots that like manga pages that people post are her interacting with the world. And it appears that she hasn't been around for about 30 years because she has like an old, the phone that came in like a car. Like she has a cell phone. She's like, I've got a cell phone. It's like a brick. And he's like, no, let's get you a new phone. And so
the Zach Morris phone.
Exactly. So I'm excited for this one. Again, it's a first of the popularity that is actually a new season of something. Plus I'm a sucker for vampire shows. something like this, Rosario to vampire, I'm about it.
All right. Let's see. So Rambam wants to know: are antics the same as shenanigans?
They can be, sometimes you shenanigize a little more than you would antiquate, but it gets there.
And now this is one of the titles that just makes me laugh. Is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon?
It's a question that will go unanswered, apparently, because this series has 4. This is the 4th of the mainline series season. Then you've got Sword Oratoria. I don't know how to pronounce it. That follows one of the side characters around. It's an interesting world. It's not an isekai, which is interesting as well. So you've got gods that create little families that then go dungeon battling together. And it's fun. It's exciting. It's good dungeon. It's good classic RPG. It just lost me in season 2, and I couldn't honestly tell you why.
Now, if we're up to season 4, it means that they've been going for quite a while now. Interesting.
It's got a healthy following on the manga side of things. So this will be around for a bit. It's a bit like the Tuaru series or the Certain Magical Index or the Certain Scientific Railgun series, where the anime just keeps coming out and nobody but the people that are really into it are really excited about it. And yes, Rosario does need another season. Thank you for noticing. And Rambam with the dictionary. I don't need to know what words mean. I just need to speak them.
So that one's not on your list.
Yeah.
But it's on here as far as popularity as we keep going down the popular list. So what do we got next?
This is another new one. When will Ayumu make his move? Essentially, we have Guy falls in love with a girl who is the captain of the shogi team. Shogi is the Japanese version of chess that you will see in anime from time to time with those little pentagon-shaped wood pieces. He will not confess his love to her until he beats her in a game of shogi. So I'm hoping that this becomes this season's let's teach you about something Japanese traditional while having a drama. And those kind of shows I absolutely love. So if I get to learn more about the rules of shogi so that I don't have to look it up every time I want to play, that this show will do its job.
Okay. So that one is a yes for you.
Yes, for me, dog.
What do we got next on here?
This is my trash bucket. This is my weeknight Jack in the Box run. My isekai life. I gained a second character class and became the strongest sage in the world. And the reason you know this goes into my late night garbage junk food box, because I am going to watch this show, is because you read that title and you're like, wait, I've seen this one before. And then you realize, no, I watched the strongest sage with the weakest crest. And then your brain gets confused. And that's how I know this is going to be great trash isekai generic. Guy gets whisked away. He's got a special power that gives him 2 powers. And now with his 2 powers, he can dominate the world.
So it's the filler to, as you said, the late night junk food just for the shits and giggles when everything else is pretty well
it's
played.
It's 10:30 and you're like, I don't want to go to bed yet. And so you put this on. That's what it is.
Now this next one, it kind of caught my eye because it was on one of the news things I was doing. They were advertising it on Anime News Network. My stepmom's daughter is my ex. How? Oh, that would be most difficult indeed.
It's not the weirdest anime premise that I've ever heard. In fact, we have domestic kanojo or domestic girlfriend, where guy's in love with his teacher but dates a girl. They hook up in the first episode and then their parents get married, and now his teacher and his virginity taker, I don't know if that has a special term nowadays, are his sisters. So we've seen some weird stuff when it comes to anime before. The exciting thing with this one for me is that it's the same studio, Project 9, that gave us Love After World Domination. So Whatever
Ah,
happens, it's gonna look great. Like I'm excited for that. But as far as like the story goes, anything else, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna get, but you know what? I'll bite. I'll bite. I'll give it a couple episodes, see what I think, and then I'll let everybody know if they should watch it or not. Unlike this
absolutely.
next one, I can promise you, I will tell everyone to watch this show
Oh yeah,
because
it's
it's
done by
made by
Trigger.
Trigger.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Trigger. A few quick ones now for the late night peeps out there. Yes, Jack in the Box is delicious at midnight, especially for the Jack in the Boxes that are open 24/7.
Yeah, and they have that like late night menu where it's like they put curly fries on the spicy Jack. Oh man, I used to have a better metabolism. Now I'm like, I can't eat that.
Well, that's what happens when you get older. We can't do things. Especially me now. I can't do things like I used to.
Yeah, no walking now.
Yeah, so
I have purposefully kept sort of unknown about the actual what's going on with this. I know Cyberpunk, I know that universe, I know kind of what's going on as far as that is concerned. I know what Trigger likes to do, so I just want to see them do it, and I don't really want to get too spoiled about anything. But everything that I've seen looks beautiful. Looks beautiful.
yeah,
You don't
and
have a
that's a
Jack in the
sad
Box in an entire state?
No, there. Jack in the Box has always been more regional. I would say I used to
Interesting.
live up in the Spokane Coeur d'Alene area, so we had them all over the place. But we've got them here in the southern part of Idaho. But the further east you go, the less of them there are. Just like with Whataburger in Texas,
Hmm.
they are Texas. Just
Yeah.
like In-N-Out Burger is California, although they've been slowly expanding upwards into Nevada, Arizona, and they've got a few places in Utah, and they're actually going to open up. They're going to actually open up one in Boise. So,
Interesting.
yay!
Not something I would have thought. But you learn more than just about anime on this show, so
That's
you're all
right.
welcome.
Learn where you can get your junk food fix. As far as Cyberpunk goes, I haven't played the game. I haven't. I haven't played any of the games. I know of it, but I don't know enough in it to know if Cyberpunk in and of itself is worthy of my time. But yeah, Studio Trigger, you got to at the very least give it a chance.
Yep. Yeah. At the very least, you know the setting. And from what I understand, it's typically a setting based thing anytime they put cyberpunk into it. That very
Yeah.
little of it really ties back to the original RPGs.
Yeah, that's very true. Very, very true. All right. So what do we got next on this list?
Shadow's House second season. The first season of this was a very interesting mystery show. You basically have normal looking girls and boys that have a mirror that is all black and covered in soot and ash. And there's this weird what's going on? Who is feeding them? How are they alive? Are they made of ash? Are they covered in ash? We don't know what's going on. This is a very if you ever watched the Promised Neverland, it's got a lot of those same feels of being like
Oh.
medieval-ish, and you're like, man, something's gonna eat these kids. Like the whole time, you're like, something's gonna eat them. It's gonna eat them. That's just where my brain goes. So it'll be exciting to get more to this sort of dark one room play. Like each episode is like a little one room play, and it's very, very intriguing to watch in anime form.
Interesting. Speaking of which, I got to watch The Promised Neverland. This for this show this Saturday, since it's a new month. I'll go ahead and say it now. July is going to be Family Month, and actually, the second is my daughter's 13th birthday, and she's going to be my guest on the show. And we're going to talk Promised Neverland. We're going to talk some My Hero, and maybe something else that is more early teen appropriate.
There you go.
So yeah, I gotta
Family-friendly
binge
month.
that show. I gotta watch it. So
Barbecue
I'll have
time.
to finish it and then check this one out too. So this one, it actually starts here in a day. So for those that have seen it, your new season's upon you. If you haven't seen it, well, you got today to binge it. So
Yep.
What have we got next on this list?
We have what everybody means what we mean when we say we want more realistic human frames. We have a big booba, and then it kind of curves down to the waist. It doesn't come like straight in, or it's not like doing anything where, you know, you're like, where's her spine at? Blah, blah. She just looks normal. But you know what we're going to do with all this progressiveness? We're going to build a harem in a labyrinth in another world. So we've got Isekai Boy, who's going to go around and find mommy milkers, the dog princess, whatever the heck she ends up being. And I'm sure 6 or 7 other women to turn into a harem in another world. I'm about it. You knew I would be.
Just the premise of it sounds hilarious. But yes, I do see what you mean about more quote unquote accurately drawing the female figure with the big booba, as you.
We'll see. We'll see. The anime has yet to show itself. So once the anime comes out, they could go away with that entirely. But we'll find out. Studio Passion is not one to skimp on the ratios.
We'll have to give that one a try. Now, this one,
I
know that this is a Crunchyroll show, if I remember
Rooster
correctly.
Teeth, actually.
Rooster Teeth?
It goes before Crunchyroll, yeah. So Rooster Teeth used to have this back in their old CG days. It's ongoing. Everybody who loves it loves it. I'm not a fan. Shaft is doing it now, though, which means like the animation is actually quality, because it used to be old school.
Old school bad or old school good?
Old school bad, because it was old school CG.
Oh, okay.
Some of that old original Ruby stuff was basically the same time that they were doing like Halo, like Red versus Blue as well. So it was kind of fun with the scripting, but it was just it's not something you can go back and watch.
I see. And Rambam 3000 says, milkers may be love, but flat is justice.
And medium is premium, my friend.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, what's this next show that you got here?
I have no idea, and that's why I'm so excited for it, because we have you look at it and you're like, okay, guy, girls, they're kind of kick punchy. All right, engage, kiss. I've seen dating shows. A1, they're really good at doing dramas and like people getting together. Then we read it. This is an original anime series. Original. No manga, no light novel, no other things. We are set in Bailong City, Pacific Ocean, to exploit natural resources, but it's an outbreak of disasters by demons in the city. Private military companies, ding, 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 number one. The protagonist runs a small PMC, and his spending habits have him constantly penniless. So now we have a private military corp with no money. And he's got a demon girl that contracts with him. Suddenly we went from, I don't know about engage kiss. Hey, one's making it. Who cares? Suddenly we've got PMCs, demons. They're running out of money. They need more money. His ex-girlfriend works for an actual PMC that makes a lot of money. Like, this show went from 0 to 100 in a paragraph. Whoever wrote this has earned their paycheck and will earn my view on the show.
Oh, yes, and it airs in one day. When we're done with this list, we'll have to go through and see which places have these. So, it is in 4 days. So, okay, we got a little bit of time.
Yeah,
that one, I will definitely put that one on my list, because it, if for nothing else, it's going to make for some comedic bits. Oh, then let's see what we got here.
Our first Netflix series, I think. We're working at Kakegurui Twin. This is a prelude to Kakegurui, which is essentially a school where gambling is the way that they do everything. And it sort of turns into a kaiji, if anyone has seen that, but basically you're gambling with your life. If you run out of money, you become someone else's slave. And this is a prequel to that series. So sort of why did this character get so messed up? Why did that character get so messed up? Why is that character touching themselves inappropriately with a gun? Here's why. Like, that's sort of the lines that this will cover. So I'm going to check it out. I'm not the biggest Kakegurui fan, but prequels can be kind of interesting.
Absolutely. And I want to say, Rambam, let's see, Raging Golden Eagle has been a bad influence.
He can't be a bad influence.
Oh, and look who's here. The Admiral.
I'm the guy that
Well-
shows up to tell you that you suck at Mario. That's who I am.
Well, he keeps asking me, what is this Legend of the Galactic Hero or show?
He also hates it when I call it log. Log.
Yeah. Ooh, he finished Yu Yu Hakusho. I actually finally got to about episode 7, but I had to stop because I got to binge a whole bunch of other stuff.
Dark Tournament,
yes,
best arc. Period.
Let's see here. From my observance through the years, this is usually said by ladies who are very going back to this. Yeah. So before we touch the next one, let's have another quick Alucard break. This one is called A Way to Die.
Fuck! Where the fuck did my ghouls go?
Oh, they've been dealt with.
Well, at least I'm gonna die with a raging boner.
I freaking love Dracula. It's such a silly song for as hard as it goes.
Yes, it is. Monkey Jeebus, welcome to you. Great to have you here today. All right, so what's the next one we got here?
We've got Vermeil in Gold. Basically, guy sucks at school, wants to get better, so he summons a familiar. The familiar is this banging MILF right here, and antics ensue. The big thing that makes it antic-y is that as she helps him, the only way that she can recharge is through a kiss. So,
Oh, interesting.
could be good, could also be really boring, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Mostly
So
because it's edgy fantasy.
Yeah, so etchy fantasy. Okay. So yeah, Well, there
Not
you go.
for
There we go.
everyone.
Give it a few, and if we like it, great. If not, let
Yeah.
it go. Let it go.
Definitely, it's got the childhood friend trope, so this could be a hard pass after we get into it a little bit. But I'll check it out. I'll check most things out, and then report back to say if you should waste your time doing it. Let me waste my time for you. One that won't
right,
waste
what's
your
next?
time and will sort of blow your mind is going to be the Time Machine Blues here. This is a sequel to the Tatami Galaxy, which is a show that doesn't care about keyframes and is just gorgeous and beautiful, and is about how like you and your life fits in, because tatami mats are all these specific shapes. They're either a rectangle or a square, and they build these giant tatami patterns out of them. And so it's like, how does your tatami pattern fit in with the rest of the world in the Tatami Galaxy? Very, very fun show and everything. This one's a time machine version of that same show. And so we'll probably get to see like, where is your space and time mean anything? So a little more of a like introspective show, a little more thought provoking, a little more, you know what? I never thought about it. It's one issue. Could be that it ends up where it's in Disney Plus, which means we probably won't get to see it until the end of the season unless we sail those seas. I don't understand Disney Plus at all yet. So,
Well, I don't
Summertime
understand
Render.
Disney. Yeah, I don't understand Disney at all. They've been completely wackadoodle for a while, and they just keep going worse.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that are going to have it.
Yeah, but Summertime Render was in Disney Plus last season, and we were still able to watch it if you knew where to go. So I will say that you should just go other places to find this one. Again, watch this one when you're really wanting to think about like your place in the world, and don't watch it if you want to have some fun with big booba demon that'll help you with school. So thinking hard thoughts.
Think hard or be hard. Take your choice.
Exactly. There you go.
Let me address real quick a few things.
Sure.
The Admiral is asking if we're ever gonna get an Akira series based on the manga. I doubt it.
No, no way. Never know. I hope it never happens. That's like saying
Yeah.
we're going to get an Evangelion series based on the manga.
So do what the Peter Venkman fan site recommends. She says for one of the libraries has Akira, go read them. Yeah, just buy the manga and read the manga. So yeah, that's the way to do it. So what have we got next?
The maid I hired recently is mysterious.
These names, the names just kill me. They always
Good.
do.
That's what they're here for. This is one of those where we've seen this before. We saw this with the death guy where he touches things and they die. He's basically rogue, but instant death. He and his maid had this fun relationship, and so we're getting that again. But I don't really know what the interesting twist is with this one. So this is probably going to be a watch it and be like, okay, and then just I'm done with that one episode. I'm never going to see the rest of the series again. If it has some interesting pivot, cool. But so far, everybody's pretty hush-hush as to why this show would be good. Not normally a thing. Unlike the next one.
Interesting. Well, that's at least on there for checking out. So, Uncle from Another World.
We have reached the end game of the isekai genre. We had isekai. We had reverse isekai. We had isekai with every plot device known to man. And now we have Uncle from the other world. So, guy's uncle falls into a coma, wakes up. He's been in an isekai for the past 2 decades, and now he's back in the normal world. But he also has some of his magic powers. Perhaps it could be that he doesn't. We don't really know yet. But now his nephew has got to teach him about modern society. So we have un-isekai'd our isekai protagonist, and now they are this bad touch uncle who is going to learn about the modern era from their nephew.
Oh man. So let's see what it says here. Now, not only does Takafumi have to room with an uncle who is literally magical, he also has to catch the guy up on 2 decades of history, smartphones, high-speed internet, modern anime tropes, and the traumatic outcome of the 90s console war.
I'm guessing he was a Sega fan. That would be
Yeah, either a Sega fan or a Nintendo fan, because that's reality has to face. Sony won the late 90s.
100%.
Let's see.
Any anime with giant robots and laser swords? Not this season, actually. I'm not aware after going through the list if there was anything. Now, could something randomly have laser swords and giant robots? I don't know, but it won't be a Gundam.
Exactly. That one looks funny. That one. How soon is it?
7 days. Yep.
Oh, I wonder who's going to have this. So we'll have to go through and see who's going to have what. But let's continue on here with this list.
All right. Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. This is going to be sort of like House Husband. We get Yakuza, big mean guys doing the funny kid stuff, and that's always good for a laugh. We'll see if it's strong enough in the comedy to hold its own. One of the good things about House Husband was that each episode was a minute long. So we'll see if they've got enough content to really, really flesh it out and make it good. But I always like the, you take someone from one thing, you put them in a completely different thing, and then you watch them grow in that different thing. So it should be well done at anyway.
Absolutely. Let's see, who is that? Feel and Gaia. Never heard of either of these two. So
Feel sounds familiar, but Gaina definitely does not. They have made some things these last few years that I have seen. Hinamatsuri would be the closest to this one, where a Yakuza guy gets an alien girl who is essentially a little kid, but is an alien still. So there's always that weird paranormal twist to it.
I see. Okay, so that's going to be another, check it out. If you like it, great. If not, might need to back out of it. But it says comedy and slice of life. I'm going to venture to say it's going to be more on the comedy side because who in the Yakuza is going to be babysitting?
It's my argument that every anime is a slice of life, and just some lives are more exciting than others.
There we go. What do we got next?
Licorice Recoil, which starts out with a traditional cafe with a slight twist. They aren't just a cafe serving coffee and treats. They also take any job, delivering packages, pickups, drop-offs, lonely streets, zombies. You got a zombie problem, they'll help you out. Giant monster extermination, sure thing. Whatever your problem, they'll solve your trouble. As you may guess, I'm down. I want to see it. We will sort of find out if this ends up being, real big into the what would you say, the excitement of the random jobs, or if it falls back into more the daily lives of people in the cafe. I'm expecting problem of the week style show. Someone shows up, I need you to help me with my petunias, and then her petunias are being crushed by some sort of zombie horde or something they have got to stop. So should be good. Original animation from A1 Pictures again. So I've got high hopes for them to do something really wacky with the animation style.
Yeah, hopefully they will. And actually, since I'm not working today, I've got as much time as we need to finish this up. So let me
Okay, perfect.
Let me do a quick Alucard break again. This time, oh, what the hell? We're gonna go to the stairs.
Release restraint level 1.
Level what?
You know, they say that TV makes you violent. But I say not having my TV is making me pretty fucking violent.
I'm near the stairs. Gotta get to the stairs. If I could just get up the stairs, fuck.
You planned that one. You planned
That's
that
about
one.
the-
You knew. He was mad
Yes,
because he broke his TV in the last one.
That's about the way I am right now. I gotta get to the stairs. Gotta get to the stairs. If I can just get up this. Oh, hold on. Oh, fuck. Oh, my beeper's not working. My beeper's.
Oh,
no! No. I'll fix it later.
Okay.
All right. So what do we got next on here?
Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. This show has one saving grace. Last season, Couple of Cuckoos had the weirdest description I had ever read. And this season, this description is ridiculous to try to comprehend. One day, college student Yuhi Amamiya is approached by a talking lizard, Sir Noi Crescent. Crescent immediately launches into a fantastical story. The powerful mage Animus intends to destroy the Earth with his biscuit hammer, a huge contraption looming high in Earth's orbit. Earth's only hope lies with the princess and her beast knights, whose task it is to protect the princess and defeat Animus. Yuhi is chosen as the lizard beast knight, and despite his misgivings, is quickly forced to defend himself from a golem created by the mage. He is saved by his neighbor, the princess Asahina Samidare, and swears loyalty to her. However, the princess does not intend to save the Earth at all. She lets Yuhi in on her real motivations to prevent Animus from destroying the Earth, only then to annihilate the planet by her own hand. The pair continue to fight off against attacks against Animus golems, while the remaining beast knights are slowly being gathered and learning to use their powers. But Yuhi will have to decide for himself whether to go along with Asahina's plans, whom he is getting close to, or to save the Earth. In the process, he must also confront his true self and determine where his loyalties truly lie.
What the
hell's a
hell?
biscuit hammer? I don't know, but I'm kind of curious. But it
I
could
wonder if
also
it's
just suck. Who knows?
yeah, that one. That one's got a hell of a description. That's for sure.
That freaking book.
Yeah, that it is. So, never heard of Studio Nas. So, do you know of anything else they've done?
They did Thermae Rome last season, which was about a Roman bath designer who keeps getting transported back to Japan. They did Infinite Dendrogram. I'm just reading the list here and popping things that I enjoy. Don't think I have this memorized. which is sort of a fun RPG fantasy world. ID Invaded was pretty good. Basically, you dive into people's memories to solve crimes. That was a decent series. So they've got and they've got My First Girlfriend is a Gal. Okay, I can watch their stuff. They've got they know how to draw sweaty gyaru. We can go with it.
So they're decent. Okay. And
Yep.
to answer this, the Sony did have a huge library. They were willing to throw money around, and out of all the 32-bit era systems, the PlayStation was by far the easiest system to program for. It was basically child's play, so they could pretty much do whatever they want. Although it wasn't the best at 2D, for the time it was a lot better at 3D than what they were able to pull off on the Saturn, which is unfortunate because I prefer the Saturn. I prefer the Japanese Saturn library over all of them. If I could speak and read Japanese, Saturn, no question, no nothing. That's what I would do.
And you know what else had a huge library? The Atari.
What? Yeah, the
And
Atari
that
did.
collapsed the whole industry. So bigger
true.
isn't always better. You want to get that quality, make it easy for programmers to make games that are fun.
Yes. And hello to Air Gaming 15. Welcome to you. Therme Roma Nove is actually pretty funny.
It is extremely silly. Plus, the voice actor is like constantly screaming because he's been transported to like future Japan and learning about bathhouses. So you get to learn about Japanese traditional stuff, which I love. You've got a guy who's using that information, and then the ending, like the last 3 minutes of every episode, is the actual mangaka going to an onsen and then drawing the guy at that onsen. So you get to learn about Japanese travel at the same time. It's a very fun series.
Absolutely.
So same studio
So-
is doing Naz this season.
So let's see. We got Black Summoner. What is it about this one that's got you?
This is the most like if that last one we were talking about was like Jack in the Box, this one just has to be McDonald's. Like it is so specifically created to be tasty for that trash taste. It is the isekai of generic isekai. We have Guy with no memory of his past life, learns he's bartered his memories, and now he's a summoner, but his first person is the goddess that brought him over. He doesn't know why. Now he's an adventurer, and he's a good fighter. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. I'm in. I'm down. Let's do it. It even says join this OP adventurer in the like description here. So the generic of generices has arrived.
Yes.
Also, Peter Venkman, yes, I have seen the tweet about David Production working on a new anime for Urusei Yatsura. I've also seen the promo art, I have seen the new trailer, and I am so stoked for the new Urusei to see Invader Lum in that beautiful hair. I am stoked. I am stoked,
Yes.
I say.
I need to. That's a series that I need to watch. And actually, to answer a question that the Admiral was asking was something from the '90s. That would be one to go back and watch. The Yurusi. How do you pronounce it?
Urusei. And then Yatsura.
Urusei Yatsura. That would be one to watch then, and go back to. And hello to Das Wolfen. Welcome to you. Appreciate you being here. All right, so Tokyo Mew Mew New or Mew Mew Mew.
Mew Mew New. This is okay. Tokyo Mew Mew in 2002 was an anime that a lot of my friends, particularly female friends, would say is the anime that got them into anime. It is a silly, fun show about mixing DNA to create animal-human hybrids. Right now, there is not enough information, so they've labeled this as alternative, which to me says that Tokyo Mew Mew New is going to be a retelling of the original Tokyo Mew Mew. So, sort of a Sailor Moon Crystal, Dragon Ball Kai, when they go Brotherhood with Full Metal Alchemist. I think they're going back and they're gonna redo the original Tokyo Mew Mew. If it's a sequel, then all the better. People get more content. But it's sort of a fun magical girl show that got a lot of people in a couple, like literally 2 decades ago, 2002 to 2022. Yeah, that is correct. Udasai.
And I'm so happy I stumbled onto Romiko Takahashi.
Correct. She
right.
is the mangaka. Ranma 1/2,
Yes,
Inuyasha.
yeah, I'm familiar with Rumiko.
She's so
okay,
good.
Admiral, if you're still out there, go and watch Ranma. Ranma is hilarious. It is a lot of damn fun, and it fits right in with that very extreme late 80s, early 90s everything. It's so good. I do really enjoy. So Pops is here. Hello to Pops. So calling someone an OP adventurer sounds like a great insult.
Yeah, it means you were shut in previously.
And Rambam says Tokyo Mew Mew New equals Island of Dr. Moreau.
More or less. I like the Simpsons version of the island.
All right. Next we have let's see. Esekai Yakuyoko. Or
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, I'm done.
Yakyoku.
my brain is trying, but my mouth is like, yeah, it's done.
There's a weird thing that happens in Japanese where they use this smaller version of one of their characters to indicate there's like a hard stop. And then when they translate it, they just put 2 of that consonant in. So it would be like Yakyoku to really get that k sound in there. But we just double it, and you're like, we have lots of double consonants. What do you mean? But basically, we've got a pharmacist getting isekai'd into another world where he then works as a pharmacist again at the Pharmacist Guild. So I watched...
You can't escape the pharmacist life.
Yeah, I watched the pharmacy doctor one from a couple seasons ago. It was interesting enough. Not something I kept up with. It was more the like, well, I got nothing else to watch right now. I'll watch this. So I'll give it a shot. Plus, Diomedia does the Daemon this last season, which was the found family Japanese sweets anime that I loved. So we'll see if they bring that same sort of warmth and feel to it.
Absolutely. And yes, some clips are a little more YouTube touchy than others, and unfortunately Ranma clips is one of them. One of my older shows that I did touching on Ranma, I had to go back and clip out a bit. I love the music of it. I really do love the show, but yeah, it's a tough one. So
yeah, some like anime and studios don't care until they care 100%. It's very strange.
That it is. And I didn't choose Pharmacist Life. Pharmacist Life chose me with the thug glasses coming down.
Blink, blink, blink. All right. On these next 2, we're getting into a little more of, we're pretty far away from the most popular shows, which means we're getting into some really good shows. We've got Shine On Bakumatsu Bad Boys. So, after the Senran, or not Senran, the Sengoku period, we entered sort of a weird time in Japanese history where you're leaving the samurai, and then you're getting guns, and then you're getting open to the West. So like you've got about 300, 400 years of just very interesting time. Stuff like Rurouni Kenshin happened during here. So we have in the era when samurai controlled Japan, the masked demons annihilated all but one member of the Shinsengumi who had worked to maintain peace and the public order in Kyoto. They're basically like super cops, were the Shinsengumi. 7 criminals are chosen as substitutes for the deceased Shinsengumi members, and they are led by Ichiban Boshi, whose parents were killed by the masked demons. Ichiban means number 1. Boshi is warrior, so the guy's name is literally like best warrior. He becomes a substitute for Commander Isami Kondo and goes after the masked demons. So we have former criminals fighting against masked demons in actual ancient samurai swords and swords Japan. I don't know if there's sorcery. Maybe they'll bring Omyoji in. But it's an original anime production coming from Geno Studio. So I will definitely be watching this one.
All right. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot more bloody than most of them are these days. So, yeah, that's
I hope it plays well with that, like we're villains, but we're not kind of trope. That's always a good one.
Absolutely. And now I know this next one, it's got a following, and there's a lot of people hoping it doesn't suck. So, Bastard, heavy metal, dark fantasy.
It's just that, and if it sticks to just that, then this will be fantastic. This will just be, I mean, it's basically Conan the Barbarian with more magic. It had a manga back in the day, got was 6 OVA series. I'm just stoked to see it with sort of that more modern. It's got that kind of Castlevania look to it, which I rather like the animation style of. So I hope they just bring this new style to classic Bastard, and we get guys built like brick houses punching each other, and girls that are wearing like sackcloth and ashes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got one day to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is isn't that one supposed to be on Netflix or something since it's an ONA?
It should be. So we'll see. We'll see where it ends up, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a Netflix series.
Ooh. Well, I did just Lind Films, that's their Netflix studio basically, but who knows how much longer that'll last considering how many people they're laying off, but according to this, that studio is actually supposed to be doing a Ruin Kenshin show. Yeah, I just clicked on them just to see what else they've done. That says it's to be announced, but they're supposedly going to be working on that, so we'll see.
Oh, okay.
All right.
The new Rurouni.
Yeah, the new Rurouni, yeah.
Yeah. They're a good studio. They get kind of a bad rap because way back in what they did the 2016 Berserk. But a lot of people don't know that most of that was done by, I think, Millipence, which is just an out of studio CG company. So we'll see. We'll see how this ends up. It could be great. It could be just boring. And that I think it would be worse. Worse than this becoming like woke or anything like that would be it just being boring. I want big dudes swinging big swords, tearing off limbs. Just give me that. Just give it to me.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully they don't screw it up. So what do we got next on here?
We got Love Live. If you love Love Live, you're probably sitting in a room covered in posters and buttons of your favorite Love Live character. You have all the figures. You don't need me to tell you to go watch this show. And I'm going to tell you, if you haven't seen Love Live, don't start. Don't do it. Don't jump in. Don't watch it. Don't worry about it. It's just girls who sing songs and perform in a band. What I will tell you to watch, though, is Orient. We're getting the second core of Orient. The first core of this is very much Gurren Lagann, but instead of gunmen and stuff, it's samurais with like crystal-y powers and stuff. It's very fun. You've got dude bros who leave together on their dad's bike, and then they're driving around to sort of slay these giant Oni Kishin that are terrorizing various towns. They meet up with a girl, so now we've got the trio. I mean, it's very, very like paint by numbers Gurren Lagann, but the setting is different enough, the motivations are different enough, and the sort of the magic system that exists is cool, as opposed to Spiral Power. So I'm stoked to see where this one goes. I watched the first season. I would recommend other people watch it as well, and just keep rocking with Orient.
All right. Now,
its only problem is its boring name.
Okay. When did the first half of this season air?
The first core, I can click and I look. There I am. And then I'll be correct and not guessing. January 2022. So it was literally this winter.
It was winter.
It's last winter.
Okay. I'll have to catch up with that one then.
Yeah.
All right.
It's good.
And hello to Gap Stargate. Welcome to you. All right. So
I told my chat I would have you talk about this next one.
Oh, let's see here. Oh man, Uta Weru, Mask of Truth. Chaos has taken hold of the land as a conniving general has unlawfully seized the throne of the mighty Yamato Empire. The only ones that stand in his way are a couple of familiar faces who must rally different kingdoms together and fight against the powerful Imperial army. That sounds like fun.
I
28
could not,
episodes,
for
holy
the life
cow.
of me, say that damn title last night. And
Oh,
I still
that's-
don't know if I can. Utaware du Mono. I can't make it through the whole thing. So this is sort of a like Fate, where there's a whole universe of different stories that occur. And so I watched the last one that was on Crunchyroll, and it was interesting. It's a very strange universe where like the universe is intriguing enough to keep you watching. But it's not like the most exciting thing until all of a sudden it's very exciting and you're very dedicated to it.
Yeah, I'm. It does look interesting, and I'm there with you, the Pete Venkman fan site. We don't want Funi to dub it, but Netflix literally is all over the place. They're who knows with them losing as much money as they have and all the downsizing they've had to do. Hopefully, they're going to be a little more picky about some of the stuff they do.
I think
We'll
some
see.
of the I think some of the funny dub is getting a lot better. There's a lot more new blood. So like the way that a lot of that works is you've got actors who start out doing back parts or walla, where they're literally the guy in the background who's like, I'll have a loaf for 5 cents, you know, whatever it may be, or crowds that are screaming. They do that, and then they move up to like main roles, and then once they get main role, they're then doing directorial stuff. And for example, in Otome game this last season, they actually dropped Jabroni in a line that made sense because our
Yes.
character is from outside the game. So I think we're getting much better dubbing. Plus now they're all in house. They're not going out to Omicron or any of those other guys. And some of the Bang Zoom stuff, like Bang Zoom is still doing outside of the office work. So a lot of the Netflix dubs sound funny to me. They don't sound right. And Out of the Office is great if you want to bring in talent from like around the world, but it just isn't studio quality when it comes to it. So I get the feeling, I get the sentiment when it comes to funny, but like the funny of like the Dragon Maid era, a lot of those people aren't doing it right now. So don't be too scared.
And Gap Stargate says that he dares one of you to say that title 10 times in a row. No, no, I won't do it. You
All right,
can't make me. You
come
can't
join me
catch
tonight.
me.
Join me tonight, 7:00. I will say that 10 times in a row. All right.
And Stephen Ransom, hello to you. Great to have you here. So this one's on the list, and we'll have to see how that one turns out.
Definitely. And yes, Gap Stargate, there is good sci-fi anime, especially if you mean like anywhere, but we can talk about that more later. Drifting Home by Studio Colorido. This studio has done some good stuff. This is part of the Netflix deal where they paid for basically 3 movies that will be coming out. Colorido did one of the Star Wars Visions. I forget which one. They did Whisker Away. They do really well at like character growth shows. But the idea of an apartment building that's suddenly in the middle of the ocean and kids trying to figure out what's going on, when it's a studio that I know does good, happy feel, we learned to embrace our weakness and turn it into strength kind of stuff, not my cup of tea. You know, maybe add some like shark monsters that are like a real threat and I'd be into it, but just not my deal.
Yeah, and the Pete Venkman fan site says, I haven't finished the series, but I'm surprised that CR has that show since Sentai did the dub for the first series.
There's some interesting licensing with a lot of those because the first series is also on Crunchyroll, and I think that was before Sentai even had whatever the precursor to High Dive was. So it's sort of they sold it to them and it came with the rights to the next one would be my guess, because that's usually how that works. But we'll have to find out later.
Absolutely. So Drifting Home is a no on your list.
That's a no for me. It just doesn't sound very exciting. Now, I'm sure I'll end up seeing it because it's only one episode ONA, and I'll be with a group of people who want to watch a really boring show. But I'm not going to go out of my way to watch this one.
Yes. All right.
How you doing, Zach?
Next, we have let's see, Dropkick on my.
If you saw the first 2 seasons, you know you want it. Just watch it. I couldn't get into the first season. It's a little. The art style is too magical girl for what I think the comedy could be. But it is fun. It is fun. So if you enjoy the comedy paired with the style, go ahead. Not my deal.
All right. And the next one is League of Nations Air Force Aviation Magic Band Luminous.
Yes, it is. This is a alternate strike witches. So strike witches, and you can kind of see it in this photo here. They're girls that put their legs into the jet part of planes and then fly around doing magical witch stuff with guns. It's a fun half magical girl, half team of fighting people, half Top Gun anime style stuff. And so I'm interested to see kind of what the twist is with putting it in a different group, right? So we watched the original Strike Witches. It was a show. Why should I watch this one? So I'll let Shaft answer that question for me.
Oh, before we continue, yeah, I'll bring that up. Those titles. I thought that said these titties, and I'm like, whoa! But yeah, my eyes must not be fully working yet.
I think your eyes are working just fine.
While I flush my eyes out real quick, I'm gonna do a quick Alucard break again, and this one is called Such a Headache.
Sir Integra, I apologize. I tried to stop him, but when I pleaded with him, he merely responded with, and mind my French, no offense,
Some taken.
fuck the police. He then proceeded to tilt every painting he passed on the way here.
Oh god, walking through that hallway is going to give me such a headache now.
Yes,
Oh, my
tilt all the
goodness.
paintings. What do we got next?
Prima Doll, we've got androids that were made for killing that have now tried to find their place in the peaceful world. They do so at a cafe. I'm a fan of cafes. I like that idea. We get that from way back Ghost in the Shell and like what is humanity? What really makes somebody real? More recently, I would say like Violet Evergarden gave us that like what do you do after you're done fighting? So it could be very good. So I'm going to give it a shot, with the only caveat being if they move at all, like those actual androids in Japan that are like supposed to be serving tea and stuff, I will drop this show like it's like a ton of lead or brick or I don't know. Fast. I will stop watching this show.
Oh yes, and yeah, the coming up with the super long, maybe weird title for a show trend. Yes, it has. It seems to have gotten really ridiculous.
A lot of it comes from that whole doujin scene in Japan where people are making their independent comics. They don't get to put a description on it, so they just put the title as the description so that when people are looking around, they kind of know what they're getting into with the title. Gone is the day of a title where it's like, oh, I don't really know what that means. Like, what is Guyver? Now it's Guyver, the bio-boosted armor that mag appears when you scream its name. Like, they just give you the whole tagline because then they can actually get some hits on their independent comics.
Interesting how things have changed over time.
Yep.
All right. So this next one is called Fauto Pie.
Exactly.
Okay,
Futo
well, good.
Pie. It's basically Kamen Rider. And so with this one, they're doing the Kamen Rider double. So I'm expecting both of these dashing lads to turn into motorcycle riding Super Sentai warriors. I'm a fan of Super Sentai. I only hope that we actually get animated Kamen Rider, because a lot of Kamen Rider will just default to CG dude on a bike, and it never really looks great. But the enemy in this one is called Dope Ants. So I want to see some dope ants fighting Common Rider. Either that or they do pants, one of the two.
Yep, either dope ants or do pants. Oh man, yeah. Okay, so that one's on there.
Yeah.
Next is Smile of the. Let's see, Ars
They always start out
Notoria.
easy.
Yeah, Smile of the Arnotosia, the animation.
Yeah, so we have Magic Academy in a city with a close-knit group of girls throwing tea parties. But then as you read this description, you're like, oh, this sounds like boring show. Like, this sounds like K-On! Like, we're going to have girls in a school eating cake and having a good time. But then I got to this last line. It said, after school in that room. And it's in quotes. Whoever said, oh, I'm going to put this in quotes, and then gave it to the editor, and the editor was like, hey, that was a good choice to put it in quotes. They need a raise, because I will watch at least the first episode of this for only this quoted words right here. The fact that you said that room. I need to know what that room is now. If this show sucks, I will watch it just to figure out what that room is.
And I want to say thank you so very much. I have tried to mimic, imitate, and or make the laugh my own. I try.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So
for
better
that
than not
room-
equal Crispin Freeman. I don't understand the math on that one, but as long as it means better than, then we're good.
Yeah, better than or equal to. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take it. And actually, he has done a shit ton of voiceover work in shows that I absolutely adore. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's one of my favorites without question. And yeah, I'll take the 10 for 10 for effort, but I just can't. I think I'm good. My wife keeps telling me, yeah, you should try to do voice acting. My problem is I can hit it, but I can't hit it consistently.
Yeah. That makes
So
sense.
that room.
Yeah, that room. Like I'm literally gonna watch this to figure out what that room is. And if we get that room in episode 1 and it's just the place where they make tea, I'm out. If we get that room and it's freaking dungeon where they're stabbing needles into their brain to make them think the world is something different, I'm in. So everything revolves around that room.
All right. Next we got Yuri Deko. Yuri Deko.
Yep. And we've got with this one, we've got a ghost detective club. I needed nothing else than that. We've got average girls who meet average girls who are socially dead. So we've got outcasts of society, and they're in a ghost detectives club, and they're going to figure out this mystery figure who lurks in the society of Tom Sawyer. So whatever in the name of Sam Hill all this means, I will find out, and I will let you know if it's going to be any good. Because this visual is insane. This to me looks like Summertime, which was a really interesting movie a long time ago. I say long time ago. It's probably only like 8 years or something like that. But it just has a very bright, fun feel that could be hiding a lot of very interesting darkness.
Ah, yes. And Science Saru is the one doing it there. Let's say it's amazing how many more studios I now recognize just from the diving that I've been doing again. So, and what would that room have Tommy Wiseau in it?
Oh, hi, Mark.
And yes, Tom Sawyer is Rush on the.
I hope so. That would be awesome.
That would be a trip. All right. So what do we got next after this one?
Next, we got Phantom of the Idol. So Pop Idol Boy doesn't really want to be a Pop Idol Boy, but he runs into a ghost, Yuya, and he lets the phantom ghost of a previous idol singer take over his body when he does performances. So because she can now be an idol again. I loved the Haunted Hot Springs, which was also called Yuya. So I'm like, maybe there's a similarity here. I think this kind of stuff is always kind of fun and silly when you get the literal dual personality using the same body. should be pretty fun. Plus, we always get that fun like girl enters a guy's body and is like, "Oh, I have a penis now." That's always good for a laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine this show getting me past episode 4, but I think those 4 episodes are going to be silly enough to be worth the squeeze.
All right. Next on the list is Japan, laughing till you cry.
The rule of thumb with anime is the more exclamation marks, the more gay a show is. So you have Kaijo, you've got Haikyuu, you've got all of this stuff where you add exclamation marks. So it's sort of the meme of like hey, and it's like hey, and the more e's in hey, it's a different message. That's what exclamation marks mean in Japanese. So we'll see. My big thing with this show is that we're getting people doing comedy acts in Osaka, specifically the Nanba district, which is right next to Dotonbori, which is like my favorite part of Osaka. And we see Tokyo all the time in anime. We see random villages all the time in anime. We'll see Kyoto quite often. We don't get to see Osaka a whole lot. And Osaka is this beautiful fishing village with a bright and vibrant nightlife. I freaking love it. So I'm going to check this out just because it's in Osaka. So it could suck, but maybe I'll get to see some cool animated version of a place that I really enjoy.
Excellent. And hello to Leia Rose. Great to have you here today. And if you haven't already, please be sure to slap that like button. It likes to be slapped. It won't fight back, and it won't try to cancel you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, just as a reminder for the members that are here, we are going to have a members-only meetup here in a bit. And if you wish to become a member, you can join up at the Weeb level for $1.99 a month. Or if you wish, you can also sign up at the Otaku level at $4.99 a month. It definitely helps me to afford to be able to do this and to keep things going. And we're going to discuss the future of the channel and possibly some things that we're going to break out into eventually. So I appreciate you, and we'll see you there in a bit. But let's continue on with what we got here. So now we've got My Hero Academia Season 5 OVA. Okay.
Going to be a
what are
couple
they doing
episodes
here?
of baseball games with the gang, as far as I understand it.
So definitely a break from the manga and something that they decided to do on their own, is what I'm gathering from this.
Rambam, specific Yokohama anime, nothing comes to the top of my head except for the second season. Well, I guess technically it's the third season of Full Metal Panic. Is set in Yokohama. Outside of that, anytime you see Chinatown in an anime, just assume it's in Yokohama, because Yokohama is the largest Chinatown outside of China that exists. But I don't know if you call towns in China Chinatowns, so could just be the
Hello,
largest
Rosie
Chinatown.
Gamgee. Good to have you here today also. And so, yeah, I like My Hero. Let me jot that one down here real quick. So
The OVAs are always fun because they've got such a giant cast of characters that you can just have a random show about them doing other school related stuff, and it doesn't really add or subtract from like the overall story, right? Like the filler with My Hero is really fun still.
Yes, it is. And from what I remember, I did do a dive on My Hero, and prior to season 5, the only show that the one site that I saw that said was actual filler and not filler was the first episode of season 4 with the guy from the newspaper coming to do the expose, and his quirk really helps him to catch the mood. So I love My Hero Academia. I always love talking about it. So I got to get through season 5 so I can be ready for season 6 for this fall. So all right,
I'm flying. No, I feel like I'm crawling, but I'll compie that coffee.
Yes, absolutely. And I actually finished what I had left of my diet soda, since I love coffee, but I can't have it, and unfortunately it gives me heartburn. Or the way it was explained to me, caffeine has an effect on the sphincters. I love that word, is just so funny. The sphincters that close off the stomach from the esophagus to the throat. So
Yep.
if I start to have too much of it, I get acid reflux, and it really really sucks.
I've been drinking coffee since I was 8. I think I would probably die if I cut it out at this point. The withdrawals would just hit me all at once.
Caffeine addicts. We need to join Caffeine Anonymous.
Caffeine
All right.
presentus. Next, we've got sports anime about soccer. Sports anime about like normal sports. A lot of people really like them. We've got shoot with 1 exclamation mark, so our gaydar is just a little beep beep beep, just a little bit, but not my thing. Not my thing. But I know a few people that are gonna love a soccer show. The football as they say.
Yes, absolutely. So, shoot, goal to the future. Okay. What do we got next?
Shine Post. We've got Idol group. These shows all become the same to me. It's a group of girls that all feel like they can't do it, but want to do it. And then when they get on stage, they turn into CG models and they do their little dance and song, and then they come off and talk about their feelings about the show again. And I can't get into Love Live. I can't get into this. It's whatever.
Oh yeah,
Dennis loves some soccer.
Well, there are certain styles or certain tropes that definitely do get played out, and that's probably one of them. So, I get you. I feel you.
Yeah. You know me. Now, I literally just like 2 seconds ago shat on sports anime, but I will tell you there is a difference in my brain. When you get to Kaijo, when you get to Kanagawa Jet Girls, when you get to these fake made-up sports where girls are on sea-doos with squirt guns shooting each other to try to win the race, I'm in it. I'm about it. When you get girls on floating platforms that have got to knock himself off into the pool, and it's Girl from the Boonies, I'm about it. Extreme Hearts. In the near future, the hobby of hyper sports. We don't even give it like a legible name to know what it's about, but we're going to play some hyper sports. They're enhanced with special gear and power-up items that have become popular among children and adults alike. Story focuses on Hyori Hayama, a second-year high school student who's initially no connection with hypersports, but after a chance encounter of always is, this begins to change as Hyori and her friend grow closer and pursue their athletic dreams. It's a made-up sport, and it just sounds amazing.
Oh,
Does
that's
Girls in Concert
hilarious.
count as a sport? Yes, kind of.
I will say this: when I think back upon sports games that or anything that takes it to the extreme, I love the Neo Geo version of Super Baseball 2020. That is just a blast. I love Super Baseball.
Get ready for hyper baseball.
Oh, that's no good. That caffeine makes you sleepy. But yeah, iced coffees were pretty good. I do remember that. And okay, so Extreme Hearts, we're gonna check that one out.
Yeah. We'll at least see where it goes.
Yep.
Prince of Tennis. Everybody loves Prince of Tennis. Who loves Prince of Tennis? If this is your thing, this is your thing. It is a pretty boy show that if you like the look of this image right here, go watch all of Prince of Tennis. I'm surprised you haven't found it at this point. Not my deal, but to each their show.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is the first time I've ever heard of that.
Don't hate to admit it. Don't hate to admit it. It is a it is it's like a niche in a niche, because you'll have like a panel at a convention that'll be talking about how Prince of Tennis taught them how to play tennis, and like how you can do, like, people will always try to make a panel at different anime conventions about it. But it's just not my show. Is it a yaoi? Not officially. Not officially.
Before we finish up this list here, I do want to take one last Alucard break. And I think I'm going to go with one that's a little newer.
Chat can't believe you've
let's
never
see.
heard of Prince of Tennis.
No, I've never heard of it, but I'm fairly sure that I have heard of the Dandy Man.
I heard you know how to make an entrance. If I had known you were going to do all this, I'd have hung some Union Jacks for you.
Hold on. Did you put all this on for me? Who are you?
I am Toblaken Alhambra, or the Dandy Man. I may or may not have fed a lie to the local police here that in return for your capture, I would give them immortality.
And they fucking bought that?
Like Discount Peashy.
You cheeky dick waffle.
Yeah, this is
to
the
my
first time
point,
I've heard
though.
of.
To my point, we have Rosie Gamgee and Leia Rose, both female presenting names in the chat that are shocked at you never seeing Prince of Tennis, which I think was sort of how I started the line of, do you like the pretty boys? Like I said, it's a great show. It's really well done. The manga's been on for a while. I remember actually reading it back when it was in the library in our county. It's really well done. It's just not my show.
And CobraCon 007 says he'd rather watch H2 than Prince of Tennis. Yeah. So no, I have never heard of it until now. I don't know if I'm gonna check it out. It's probably not up my alley. So, all right. So what else we got on here?
We got KG File, where we've got world with kaijus and stuff that are appearing, and sort of it's an observatory, so we're not really fighting them. I don't think. We also have no idea how many series or how many episodes we're getting on this one. I popped it on there because I love me some Godzilla. You know, I've been watching Godzilla since I was a kid. But I have no idea if this ends up being like a bunch of 3-minute episodes that are, hey, just check out this monster that we drew really quick. I'll probably pass. But if it actually is like, well, we've got a kaiju, we've got to go observe it and figure out its diet and do all that kind of stuff, that might be kind of fun. That might be kind of fun.
Okay, so we'll at least give it a try and see where it goes.
Yeah,
and next
exactly.
is
Obey Me.
Obey Me.
It's the second season of Obey Me. If you liked the first season of Obey Me, you watch the second season of Obey Me. That's all there
I
is to
have
say
no
about
idea
that.
what it is.
I don't either, but it's there. It's comedy and supernatural, and it has no description other than second season. So if you like the look of this image, which looks like a bunch of CG pretty boys, then you'll like this show. Raymond Burr Godzilla. Find Gojira without Raymond Burr. I dare you. It is such a good show.
All right,
Lakuma?
Pat. That's just not nice. I thought the Prince of Tennis was Brandon's nickname in high school.
Pat's just confused because of your ball handling skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, spade's a spade.
That's right.
Rilakuma is, of course, everybody would know more colloquially as the pedo bear meme, but they're actually just this cute, like Hello Kitty styled bear in Japan. I have no idea what theme park adventures are, but it's probably not for me. I did click on this one. Uta comes home at night tired, and all he wants to do is spend time with his cat. All the mysterious habits and mannerism of house cats are carefully reproduced in his relaxed and cute comedy about living adorable furball. So we have an anime about cat. So I'm going to ignore my real cat and watch an anime about cat. But I recognize this. Like this art style seems very familiar to me. Like maybe it's a comic that someone's put around on Twitter or Instagram or something. So it's got me intrigued at least to give it a start, but can't see it being fantastic.
Yeah, and I think I just got clowned.
Oh, couldn't happen to a better streamer.
Oh, thank you. And Doomsday with my dog.
Post-apocalyptic, the only surviving human and her canine. The dog can talk. We've got a talking Shiba Inu. And we're trying to stay one step ahead of post-apocalyptic pessimism. This will either be really fun and interesting to watch them get through the apocalypse, or it's going to be so navel-gazy that your head will go inside of your belly button as you try to figure out what the hell they're talking about. So I'm interested. I'll see what it is. You got talking Shibas. I'm down. But past that, I don't know.
And she's on YouTube.
She is on YouTube. I think actually when this says ONA, that we're actually going to get it on YouTube, which means that anyone can watch for essentially free, which would be fantastic.
Oh, there we go. I'll have to keep an eye out for that one.
Because that's what it used to be. It used to be just like, oh, I'll host this to a video site and see if people like my animation.
Oh, yes. And last, card fight, Vanguard will dress.
Card Fight Vanguard is basically like the never-ending Yu-Gi-Oh series. It just keeps going. There are so many sequels, prequels, side stories, others, and this, that, and the other thing. It is massive, massive. Trying to get into this would be like someone trying to get into Yu-Gi-Oh today. Really, really interesting. We'll see if it's any good. And
Wow.
yes, the boy and his dog, very good apocalyptic movie.
So Kinema Citrus is doing this with Studio Jimmy and Gift Animation.
There's a
Gift
lot
animation.
of people on the list. A lot of people on the list. Citrus does Shield Hero. If you want an idea for what their animation style is.
So excellent. So that's all of them from the upcoming season. So let's do a quick review. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I pass on movies this season, and I passed on shorts for this season. None of them were really super intriguing to me. But I think I've got enough in here without looking at movies.
That's quite a bit. This season's actually pretty loaded. So we got a lot of returning shows. We've got a lot of new shows that have some of them that have a lot of promise, some of them that are just a little weird, and others that who knows
like
how it'll turn
three
out.
originals, right?
Yeah, that is quite a bit.
That sound good too. Like I kind of count Edge Runners as an original. Like I know the universe is an original, but the story will be. We've got some fun, goofy stuff to keep us tied by when we don't have time. But then we've got stuff like Engage Kiss. It's like original Military Corps, Demons. Like I have been seeing nothing but what have I seen? Classroom of the Elite, Overlord, and Devil is a Part-Timer as people like, look, summer season's so stacked. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but those are all just like sequel seasons. And to see when I actually scroll through all of the originals we're getting, all of the new stuff we're getting, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is going to be a fun season. Some stuff,
Yes, it
pretty
is.
sure I'm going to drop, but there's some good stuff on this season.
Yes, there definitely will be. And looking at it, some of these start in just a few days. Some of them start in a few days later. Most of these, from what it looks like, most of them are probably on Crunchyroll. A few of them are obviously on Netflix. I didn't really see too many that I would think would be on High Dive.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know that. I mean, unless High Dive bought something in here that I wasn't aware of, I don't know that anything's going to pop over there. Not enough mecha for your taste. I have to agree with you. There's not a lot of mecha, and some of these could have mecha. We could find out that in shogi they actually are fighting chess with giant robots, but without something like that, yeah, there's no Gundam, there's no Macross, there's no something to sort of shake up that techno brain. A little light, like Cyberpunk, technically sci-fi, but when most people say like they want a good sci-fi, they want a space show, and we don't really have any space shows this season. But I think
Got a ton of isekai.
I think we'll be set.
Ton of isekai. And a lot of music stuff. So yeah, it really has changed over time from the type of shows that I remember growing up with as a kid and back in the 90s when I was a teenager versus now. It's very little mecha and a lot of isekai.
Well, and you were saying earlier too, like there's so many studios that you're not recognizing. Like obviously right here I've got A1 and Mappa who've been around for decades.
Forever.
But a lot of the studios that they used to send in between work to, Staple Entertainment, Science Saru, are now big enough to have their own studio now. So we're not just getting stuff from Shaft and Mappa. We've got Cloverworks, who literally was just a subsidiary of A1. So it's very, very fun to see all of these studios that are popping out, putting out more and more shows. So that even if half of the list that I just marked sucks, I'll have something to watch every day this next season.
Yeah, absolutely. There's let's see how many of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 40, about 30-ish, maybe 40 shows on this list, and only only about 10 of those or so are returning shows. So there is a crap ton of new stuff that's coming out that either have manga or, as was pointed out, completely original, non-manga backed shows. So this is gonna be a fun season, I think. So
Definitely.
and no, I have not heard of that one or seen it. And,
I mean, Girls Last Tour on that Cobra Khan. Girls Last Tour looks like Made in Abyss, but it's more like girls in a post-apocalyptic world that look like moe blobs. I didn't like it as much as I liked Made in Abyss. Yeah, rewatching Gunbuster and Gundam Seed that's half of a good idea. Definitely rewatch Gunbuster, but you should rewatch Iron Blooded Orphans and not Seed. You should throw Seed in the trash bin where it belongs.
Oh, well. We've got a ton of anime for this summer season, and I can't wait to start diving into it. So, definitely everybody go over to this website, which was anilist.co. Put together your list, see what shows that you want to see, and you can keep track of what you've seen and what you don't. And when we get to the end of the summer season, we'll definitely have Blaine back on here, and we'll discuss which episode or which shows got dropped and which shows we're looking forward to having more of. So, and Dos Wolfen says he's going to go back and watch Manziger.
Also a fun one. I'm not a big Super Robo myself, but that is definitely a good show.
Absolutely. So, Blaine, what you got coming up?
Same thing I always have, Pinky. Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, I will be reviewing anime that I've watched. This week is sort of the melancholy week, where every episode is basically the season finale. So last night we closed up, I want to say 6 different shows that we had watched the season finale of. So it's fun because we're like, yeah, that was really good. Remember how good, we said it was going to be good, and then it ended up ending well, and everything feels good about it. But then at the same time, it's over. Now you have to wait. And I'll probably end up ranting a bit more about my disappointment with the season finale of Spy Cross Family. I was not happy with the way they ended that one, but we've got a season 2 that's already been announced, so we will get more, which is all I can ask for.
We're supposed to be getting it in the fall. From what I saw.
Hope so, because the way that they teased us in episode 11 and it did not deliver in 12 kind of ruffled my jimmies. So if you want to see my jimmies get ruffled, I will be on tonight, 7 o'clock Pacific time on my channel, drinking sake and yelling about anime. See, I can't see the English words. That's my problem.
Yes. So I will work on some new videos and have them out for tomorrow. And I'll figure something out for Thursday. I do want to try and go live again, not for this long because I'll be working, but we'll get it figured out. So I appreciate everyone being here today.
You're binging Love After World, so you've got some good stuff you finished that you can talk about.
Oh yes, yeah, I did. I've got to watch the last episode of Spy Family. I gotta finish the last few of Skeleton Knight in Another World. That's hilarious. That was a lot of damn fun.
So good.
And then yes, I just started Love After World Domination. So, and yeah, they teased the doggo, but it doesn't look like that they're getting the doggo yet.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, it's a season finale. Maybe you didn't want it, but so this whole series, I know but maybe someone in chat doesn't, has been made by 2 studios that have been working together. So episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, like that. This is the first time that it has felt like somebody else was working on the episode than the person who did the previous episode. So it'll be saved with the coming season, but for right now, I'm a bit sour.
Well, with that, everybody, appreciate you being here. Be sure to catch this on a replay if you want to recheck which ones that we're going to watch, which ones we're going to pass on. And with that, I'm going to leave you with the Alucard amount.
Hey guys, how's your health plan? Apparently it's great!
Walter, be honest with me. What are we looking at in terms of collateral?
Well, the Alucard amount.